things is I'm going to make sure that the richest among us who can afford pay their fair share in taxes.
Okay, this is the Barack Obama playbook. That fair share thing, that tells us nothing. Only thing, so the way that we're going to pay for this $3 trillion is just to make the people that's already successful, we're going to tax them. We're going to tax the rich people. That's it.
Let's talk about that. You want to expand the child tax credit.
Yes, I do.
You want to give tax breaks to first-time home buyers.
Yes.
And people starting small businesses.
Right.
But it is estimated by the Nonpartisan Committee for Responsible Federal Budget that your economic plan would add $3 trillion to the federal deficit over the next decade. How are you going to pay for that?
Okay, so the other economists that have reviewed my plan versus my opponent, because this is an election and there are two choices. Everyone from Goldman Sachs to Moody's to 16 Nobel laureates.
And that's why you never went to go sit down and have a conversation with them. But your opponent did. And that's how he earned the confidence in the American citizens. That's why conservatives, Republicans won the popular vote, which you guys did not see happening. You would not sit in front of these business, these people who know business and discuss what you claim that they preferred you over him for. I'm sorry for sure. Let me just be quiet. Okay.
So on the first point, comparing my economic plan to Donald Trump's economic plan, they have reviewed it and determined that my economic plan would strengthen America's economy. His would weaken it. 16 Nobel laureates, Moody's, others, have determined after reviewing what Donald Trump is proposing that he would induce inflation, increase inflation, and bring about a recession by the middle of next year.
But
my plan, Bill, if you don't mind, my plan is about saying that when you invest in small businesses, you invest in the middle class and you strengthen America's economy. Small businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy.
But pardon me, Madam Vice President, the question was, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of the things is I'm going to make sure that the richest among us who can afford pay their fair share in taxes.
Okay, this is the Barack Obama playbook. That fair share thing, that tells us nothing. Only thing, so the way that we're going to pay for this $3 trillion is just to make the people that's already successful, we're going to tax them. We're going to tax the rich people. That's it. The most wealthiest of us. That's what we're going to do. The people with businesses, with the big businesses, not the small businesses, because that's how we're going to build our economy, with the small businesses. Well, how are you going to fund that? We're going to tax the big businesses. Oh, that's genius. And that won't destroy the economy? How are you going to build the economy? By investing in small business. How will you invest in small business? Oh, we're going to take the money that we get from the big businesses and put it in a small business. Genius. That is genius. What? And the economist was like, we like your plan better. Tax us. We want to give you extra money. Yes, tax us. That's not what they will say. They were not going to say that. They're not going to be with that plan. Sorry, it don't make sense. It just doesn't. If it makes sense to you, please let me know. Put a 100 in the chat if Kamala's plan made sense to you. Or if she's saying something different, please break it down to me. All right? They have to tax themselves so they can pay, build up the small guy, build up the little guy. Not going to do that. We've been hustling, trying to make sure that we pay our employees. We make great salaries ourselves. We're trying to build up our own businesses. And we've been paying enough taxes. We pay more taxes than anybody. And you want to tax us more so that we can pay so we can invest in those small businesses that you want us to invest in? Yeah.
Listen, again, my opponent, when he was president, issued a tax cut for people like himself, billionaires and the biggest corporations. My perspective is everybody needs to pay their fair share. It is not right.
That's Barack
that
Obama's
teachers
perspective.
And nurses and firefighters are paying a higher tax rate than billionaires and the biggest corporations.
Okay.
And I plan on making that fair.
But we're dealing with the real world here.
But the real world includes,
How are you going to get this through Congress?
you know, when you talk quietly with a lot of folks in Congress, they know exactly what I'm talking about because they're.
Guys, is this making any sense to you all? Dodge the biggest, when she had to talk about money and the economy, yo, she's not comfortable. She's not comfortable at all. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. All of the jobs that were lost during COVID, they just said, okay, y'all can go back to work. Boom, we created those jobs. Boom, oh, we created those jobs. We created those jobs. That's what they did. All right, let's go.
And teachers and nurses, their constituents are middle-class, hardworking folk who know that it is not right that hardworking people are paying a higher tax rate than the richest people who can afford to pay their fair share. So that's how we deal with it. But understand also,
Kamala says her economic plan was literally, and this is the best way to say it. Her economic plan was rob Peter to pay Paul. That's it. And quietly, people in Congress, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. Oh man, we trust that so much.
that this is, yes, it is about how we pay for what we're doing, but understand it's not, it doesn't end there. My plan is actually about strengthening America's economy, not just netting zero. My plan is about doing what we can do for small businesses and startups. Right now, the tax deduction bill for a startup, $5,000. In 2024, nary a person going to be able to start a small business with $5,000. So I'm going to extend it to $50,000. My plan is about what we need to do to, yes, expand the child tax credit, because for young families, for the first year of their child's life, $6,000 allows them to buy a crib, a car seat, and just be able to not just get by, but get ahead for that most critical stage of their child's development. We all benefit from that. We all benefit from that.
I understand, but that sounds great. It does. It all sounds good, but
I'm not buying it, is what he wants to say. I get it. You talked for the last 15 minutes. You still haven't answered my question, but I'm not buying it. It's what he wants to say. But since you are his guest, his esteemed guest, you're the vice president of America. Well, you was. Now JD Vance is. You was the vice president of America, running to be the president. King Dingling is what you was running for. He is letting you know that what he's hearing from you is full of sugar, honey, iced tea, which blows my mind that she got as many votes as she got. When people seen this from her, she clearly never expressed how she was going to build the economy and build up these small businesses other than robbing Peter to pay Paul. How in the hell is that your only plan?